The silence that hurts most, and how to find your voice again. An opening note of reflection, a serene park bathed in golden afternoon light. An elderly man sits quietly on a wooden bench. Around him, children laugh and play, their mouths moving, but their voices are inaudible. Once, I could hear their laughter clearly, bright, full, alive. Now, all I catch are the vibrations of their lips, the sparkle in their eyes. It's not the sound I miss most. It's the feeling of belonging to a world that feels just out of reach. But I believe that true presence is not just heard, it is felt. The awakening moment. Hello everyone. I'm Ordinary People, your online neighbor and fellow retiree. Thank you for joining me today. For the next 10 minutes, I want to walk alongside you through a story many of us share. A story about hearing loss in retirement, and more importantly, about rediscovering connection, meaning, and presence beyond sound. Hearing loss is a silent companion for many as we age. It's not just about missing sounds, it's about how it reshapes our relationships, our participation in life, and even our sense of self. Imagine sitting at a family gathering, watching your loved ones chat and laugh, but the words slip through like whispers in the wind. You nod, smile, pretend to understand, but inside, a quiet loneliness grows. This experience is common, yet often unspoken. It's a challenge that touches the core of how we relate to the world. But here's something powerful to remember. Life's richness is not diminished by the fading of sound. It transforms, and so can we. The awakening of curiosity. Let's look at what science tells us about aging, relationships, and happiness. Dr. Robert Waldinger, who led the renowned Harvard study of adult development, found that the quality of our relationships is the single greatest predictor of happiness and health in later life. It's not wealth, fame, or achievements, it's connection. But how do we maintain connection when hearing fades? Dr. Lovra Carstensen, a leading psychologist, discovered that older adults often become better at managing emotions and discerning genuine connections. We may lose some physical faculties, but our emotional intelligence and capacity for deep relationships can grow stronger. This means that even with hearing loss, we have a unique strength, the ability to engage with people on a deeper, more authentic level. Insight 1. Embracing the reality, acceptance, and adaptation. The first step toward thriving with hearing loss is acceptance, not resignation, but embracing reality with openness. Dr. Nancy Schlossberg, a specialist in life transitions, reminds us that moments like retirement or sensory changes are opportunities to redefine who we are. Accepting hearing loss opens the door to adaptation and growth. Here are some practical ways to embrace this change. Use hearing aids or assistive listening devices. Today's technology is discreet and sophisticated, designed to enhance your experience without stigma. Communicate openly with family and friends about your hearing challenges. Ask them to speak clearly, face you, and be patient. Learn to read lips and observe body language. These skills can greatly improve understanding and connection. By adopting these strategies, you regain control and stay actively engaged in life. Insight 2. Beyond words, the power of nonverbal communication. When hearing fades, our other senses and emotional awareness become vital bridges. Dr. Becca Levy's research said older adults who believe in their own value and ability remain socially active and healthier. How do we nurture this belief? By focusing on meaningful communication beyond words. Eye contact that conveys attention and care. Warm smiles and gentle touches that express affection. Shared moments of silence that speak volumes. Quality time spent together, even in quiet activities like gardening, reading, or simply sitting side by side. Also, modern technology can help. Messaging apps, video calls with captions, and transcription tools allow us to stay connected without the pressure of perfect hearing. Insight 3. Discover new roles and purpose. Our sense of purpose doesn't retire with us, nor does it depend solely on our physical abilities. Dr. Richard Leider, An expert on life purpose, emphasizes that meaning arises when we feel needed and contribute. You might find new ways to shine that don't require perfect hearing. Volunteering in roles that suit your interests and strengths, like crafting for charity, mentoring, or writing. Joining slow-paced, inclusive communities focused on arts, spirituality, or nature. Starting personal projects, journaling with photos, gardening, making handmade crafts, or storytelling through letters. These activities feed the soul and keep us connected to the world and people around us. Insight 4. Stories of resilience and connection. Let me share a story of a friend, Mary, who faced hearing loss head-on. Mary used to be the life of family gatherings, always laughing and chatting. When her hearing started to fade, she felt isolated and frustrated. Instead of withdrawing, Mary embraced new ways to connect. She learned lip reading and encouraged her family to communicate with more gestures and expressions. She started a weekly craft circle with neighbors, where conversation was secondary to shared creativity. Her joy returned not from perfect hearing, but from being fully present in her own way. Mary's story reminds us that presence and love transcend sound. Insight 5. The emotional landscape. Coping with loss and finding peace. Hearing loss can stir a complex mix of emotions: grief, anger, embarrassment, and fear. It's okay to feel these. Acknowledge them without judgment. Mindfulness and self-compassion practices can help navigate these feelings. Remember, you are not alone. Many share this journey and find strength in community and understanding. Seek support groups or counseling if needed. Sharing your experience can lighten the burden and open paths to healing. The final light here are some actionable tips to enhance your daily experience. Choose quieter environments for conversations. Position yourself to see faces clearly. Use visual cues like gestures and notes. Repeat or rephrase if you don't understand. Advocate for your needs kindly but firmly. Stay physically active. Exercise benefits brain health and communication skills. Keep your hearing aids clean and well maintained. From knowing to becoming, loved ones play a critical role. Encourage them to speak clearly and at a moderate pace. Face you when talking. Reduce background noise when possible. Be patient and attentive. Open dialogue about hearing loss fosters empathy and strengthens bonds. As we conclude, remember this. The world may grow quieter, but your presence can speak louder than words. Your life, your love, your wisdom, they are gifts that resonate beyond sound. In the silence, find your voice in the language of the heart. Until the next reflection, an elderly man sits on his bed in the late afternoon light. On the bedside table, a pill organizer, reading glasses, and a glass of water. He pulls out a yellowed doctor's note, his fingers trembling slightly. He sighs deeply and looks at the array of medications. At first, it was just vitamins, then cholesterol medicine, then blood pressure pills. Now I'm not sure what's happening inside me. I just follow the routine without asking. He swallows a pill silently and gazes out the window. Maybe I'm not just losing my hearing, maybe I'm losing control. And that's the scariest sound of all. How does it feel to live in a body that no longer obeys, yet still yearns for freedom? Thank you for listening with your heart. If this story touched you, please share your thoughts and experiences. Your voice matters. Together, we can create a community where silence is not a barrier, but a bridge. I'm Ordinary People, your fellow traveler on this journey of life. Remember, even in silence, we can be the echo of love and meaning for those around us.